live, and let's do this one again. Here we go. Done. Done. Live. And on here, what are we doing? All right. You guys hold tight for a second. I'm still getting signed in. Holy cow, a lot of people starting here already. Okay, sit tight. That one's up and running. That one's not running. All right. Cancel that. Start streaming. There we go. That's good to go. That's not good to go. Give me a second. Display. All right. All right, almost ready. Almost ready. Just getting ready to go. The Vincente, good evening, good evening. All right, so that's working. That's going. This goes over there like so. And then this, oops, goes over here like so. Cool beans. Now we're just about ready to roll. Uh-oh. Need a pair of glasses. Hold tight. Gonna get the glasses, and I'll be right back. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. All right, all right, all right, all right. Well, person in the backyard. Huh, cool. All right, so good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the journey for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Let's get started. I'm gonna go right to looking at some stocks, because basically what I'm looking for specifically, I'm looking for companies that are consistently profitable, that share their dividends. Okay, a dividend is nothing more than the profit in which the company shares with its shareholders. The investors, that's you and me. When you buy a stock, you own a portion of that company. That company, well, if it has dividends and they increase consistently, well, it's a profitable company. It's plain and simple. So I like companies that have at least 2 decades of consistent profits. 2 decades, that's 20 years. Now, the stock market has been around for over 400 years. There are companies here in the US that have been in business for over 200 years and been trading shares, stocks, for over 200 years. Well, it boggles my mind why people buy what they buy sometimes. And it's amazing, really. Seriously, it is. Because as the night progresses, okay, you will see anywhere between 4 and 20,000 people come through these 7 channels. And I'm streaming on 7 channels. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 channels, which means I'm getting people from all over the place. And they all ask me questions. And they all want me to take a look at stock that they think is wonderful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with whatever you think is wonderful. Now, I have a very strict trading policy. If the company's not profitable, I don't want to take a look at it. Now, I'm not talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of profitability. I'm talking 2 decades. That means every single year, year after year after year after year after year after year, consistent profitability. That is basically what I'm looking for. Then I want to do a trade against them that is safe and predictable. Well, the only trade that I know of is covered call. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable. It helps me obtain my goal of 1% every single week. Now, 1% a week may not sound exciting to you guys, but I'm retired. I don't have the luxury of being wrong, which means I can't just buy anything without a good reason behind it. Now, I'm not looking for capital appreciation. That means I'm not looking to buy a stock and have it shoot to the moon. Nope. I want consistency. I want preservation of my capital. Those are my two, profitability, consistency, and preservation of my capital. Okay. I'm 61. I'm retired. I don't qualify for, what do you call that stuff? Social Security. I don't qualify for that. I was my own boss. I owned my own manufacturing company. That means I don't have a pension. I sold my company back in 2003, spent a shit ton of money. Then now I'm back at building my empire again, so to speak, and I'm looking for 1% every week to help me pay off my bills. Let's go back to some questions here. Breakdown. Good evening. Hello from India. Good evening to you. What's up, Hugh? If you yapping, I have no idea what that means. They're called dividend aristocrats. Well, some of them are aristocrats. A monkey. All right, monkey see, monkey do. Cool beans. All right, Battle of Pelennor Fields project. Wants to take a look at UPS. All right, we'll take a look at UPS. We looked at it last night. Look at this guy. Hey, Toast fan, good evening. I went all in on MSTR. Iman, I feel bad for you. I don't like MSTR, but hey, if it works for you, I hope you're the best on it. We'll take a look at it, MSTR, and I'll give you my feedback on what I think about it. Made almost 10,000 today trading SoundHound. Yeah, good luck with that one. You like silver or gold? No, I do not. Now, the reason I do not like silver and gold is because there's no way to get cash flow from gold or silver. Okay, unless you're trading gold or silver stocks, gold or silver futures, but the actual bullion itself, you can't make money out of a lump of gold. It just sits there and collects dust. That's all it does. So some people like it, some people don't. Okay, I'm one of those that I don't really care for it one way or the other. It's a preservation of wealth. Preservation of wealth, not cash flow. Okay, so if I had $100,000 and I wanted to preserve it and not worry about it, yeah, well, then $100,000 worth of gold, it would slowly increase in value over the years. However, I would not get weekly cash flow from it. So I would have to buy it, and then I have to buy it on a Monday and sell it on a Friday in order to get weekly cash flow from gold, and it's not that predictable. So no, gold, silver, no thank you. Yep, me no other press. Blah, blah, blah. Alrighty then. Thank you for that feedback. Gotta love it. All right, so that being said, let's jump in. Let's start off with where we left off last night. Now, we had a whole bunch of stocks you guys wanted to take a look at last night, so we're going to look at some of them now and go from there. We left off at HUN, Humana. Okay, HUM, Humana. All right, so let's do this. All right, let's see who we have on TikTok tonight. Vincent Gracers, good evening. Emma Lagos, good evening. Miguel, Scott Miller, cool. Dwayne, Don. How you doing, Don? Kobe, good evening. Nina, Marvin. Real Handy, good evening. Timur, all right. Stuart, L. Terry, Ran, Deport President. All righty. Boss Mom Forever. Good luck with that one. Tony, Mellon, King 24, Gerald, good evening. Madisha, good evening. Ken the Junk Bum. All right, Ken. Floyd, good evening. Joseph. David E. Good evening, David E. Money, what's happening? Arav, good evening. Zelair. All right. Malone, Andrew, David, Starry Studio, Tim Bex, David, Sherry, good evening, Miss Sherry, Leo, George, good evening, Brent, Jasmine, Gowl, Nell, all right, Anthony, Tim Bex, good evening, Rick, Terry Berry, Be True, JHLN, Helen, oh, Helen, interesting way of spelling that, Chris, Marvin, Kaya, DTC Queen. What is DTC? Oh, okay, whatever. Hassan, hi, what's up? Thoughts on Bitcoin next 10 years? Hey, I'm interested to see when Bitcoin's actually having options available because Bitcoin in and of itself, you cannot get weekly cash flow from it unless you sit in front of your computer. Because nobody has shown me buy it on Monday, sell it on Friday, and you're going to make a certain percentage. Nope, nobody's ever shown me that. Shad, good evening. We looked at UPS. Yep, we're going to look at UPS again. Hin, good evening. Eggy Thomas, good evening. Barsdowski. KB, good evening. David, good evening. David. Okay. Uh-oh, I almost caught up. Chris, good evening. Dawson. Hello. Cadillac. Oh, Shadillac. Okay. Dina Linden, good evening. All right, so please help me make better decisions than going all in on MSTR. I'm willing to learn. Hey, Aman, we're going to take a look at MSTR in a little bit, and I'll tell you what I think of it. But I use, and I might be in a different segment in my life. Okay, say I'm retired, which means everything I have to do has to have some type of income coming in on it. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what it is you're looking for on MSTR. Mike, good evening. Check that out. I don't know who sent that. It's just too quick. Yo, Intabel, good evening. All right, so Dave. Oh, David Davis, Dave. Benny, good evening. All right, Willie. All right, all that being said, let's stop all the questions and let's just jump on in. Should you buy them when they're down? Absolutely. Hi, y'all. Hey, good evening. All right, so said hi to everybody. All right, let's get rolling. First stock we're going to look at tonight is going to be Humana. Now, HUM. Now, if you don't understand what I'm doing, let me briefly explain, all right? I do what is called covered calls on qualified dividend stocks. Okay, now qualified dividend stocks, what I'm looking for is companies that are consistently profitable. Let me give you a quick rundown on who they are, in case you don't know. Now, if you have a pencil, paper, some things you might want to write down, which, it's really irrelevant because I say the same things day after day after day after day. Hopefully, this is a starting point for your investing journey if you're looking for a safe, predictable, consistent stream of income. Safety being the main key. Okay, because when I say I'm 61, I have no desire to go back to work. Now, that doesn't give you an excuse for not going to work. Okay, I've been working since 1973. I put in more than 40 years of work. So, pay your dues, contribute to society in some way or form, some shape or form. And then when you get to a certain point, then retire. After you've made a positive commitment, contribution to society. Okay, we live here. We all got to live together. It would be nice if everybody does something. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do something. Sweep floors, flip burgers, be an executive, build houses, build roads, do plumbing, HR, whatever it is you're good at. Contribute to your fellow man, contribute to society in some way, shape, or form. Okay, now I've had plenty of work. I've worn plenty of hats. Enough of that crap. Let's just get in and take a look at what we're doing. You're not here to listen to me. I'm sure you want to see what stocks look good. What does this trading strategy look like? How safe is it really? And how did it come about? There's a lot of unanswered questions. Ask whatever questions you want. But remember, the stocks that I am looking at specifically, I have only 2 criteria. Only 2. And you'll be amazed at how many people ignore the 2 criteria that I'm asking for. 2. Number 1 is 20 years of consistent profitability. That one boggles my mind right there. Why some of you guys have me look at stocks that are like 4 or 5 years old. And I'm thinking to myself, didn't I say 20 years? Okay. 2 decades of consistent profitability and weekly options only. Okay. There's over 10,000. Now I look every single week to see how many different stocks have they added to the stock market. Well, this week, it's 10,046 different companies that we can invest in. Well, that's a lot. How do you decide which ones are right for you? Well, for me, I want consistent profitability and weekly options. That's it. That's the only 2 criteria I want. Now, believe it or not, out of that 10,046 companies, only about 300 have consistent profitability and weekly options. And I put them to a calendar and I rotate them. Okay, you're going to see as the night progresses, I will invest in certain stocks and I will do it over and over and over again. Now, I've been doing it for quite a while, only because, hold on. I switched over to a different tea. I don't think it's working the same as the original tea I had last year. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't have the luxury of being wrong. I don't have the luxury of making mistakes. I don't have the luxury of taking a big fat chunk of money, sitting it aside and waiting and watching for it to go higher and higher and higher. No. It has to be proactive. Every single position that I have, I create a weekly cash flow from each and every single position. Other than that, it doesn't make sense for me. Okay. Now, if I took the regular avenue, you make a couple $1,000,000, you give it to a money manager and they give you a 4% draw, great. I'd still be working. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay. You got 2 choices. When you retire, you have 2 choices and only 2 choices. And don't let anyone kid you or don't let anyone lie to you thinking that you have more than 2 choices. You don't. You have 2. That's it. Either learn how to invest and take care of your own money, or just say, I don't care. Give it to someone else to do it for you. Because we're the only species on the planet that's got to pay to live here. No matter how you decide what kind of lifestyle you want to live, you have to pay something. Every single week, every single month. No matter how much money you have, no matter what you do, you still have to pay to live on this planet. Okay? And when you're 65 or whenever you retire, I retired at 59, but other people retire younger than me, some people retire older than me, some people still working even after 50, 60, 70 years. My older sisters are still working. Anyway, let's take a look at my Humana and progress forward, all right? All right. Now, anytime I look at a stock, I want to look at the 1-year chart. Okay? A year ago to today, 1 whole year all at once, and I'm looking for 5 things. Now, you can see these 5 things that I'm looking for within 3 to 4 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds. Are you ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? And what direction? Up, down, sideways. Simple, right? 3 to 4 seconds. High, low, up, down, sideways. Okay? Now, what I'm looking for next? Well, what's the current price at this moment in time? Current price is $226.61. Now, if you know anything about a covered call, well, covered means it's a safe trade because you're covered. It's right in the title. You are covered. Okay, don't worry, you're covered. I got you. You're covered. They say that in insurance policies all the time. Hey, don't worry, you're covered. Well, a call option or a put option is an insurance policy. It was originally intended back in the 70s to protect those rich people from losing money. So let's say you owned Humana and you thought for whatever reason, you thought the stock was going to go down. So you bought an insurance policy called a put option. So if your stock went down, see this? If your stock went down, the value of the option increased. So you didn't lose any money. Well, that was the insurance policy. Okay, the same with the call, same with the puts. There's a lot of different ways to use them, but they are insurance policies to help the rich people not lose any money. Now, we got a couple of people say, wait a second, if I do this, this, and that, well, I can get this. Yeah, they take and they twist it so that you can write an insurance policy every single week. It's called a call option or put option to be able to generate income. So I'm going to show you exactly how that is done. It is called a covered call. There are literally hundreds of videos online to explain what a covered call is, how it works, what the risks are, blah, 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 all the kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So, Greg, Tesla, cold day in hell, brother. I don't like Tesla. Sorry. Tesla does not have dividends. And it surprises me, Greg. Okay? The name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Dividend